October 24, 1931, a police officer collapses with a heart attack, another faints. Two schoolboys on roller skates become the first people to cross the longest suspension bridge ever built, and it opened 8 months ahead of schedule during the Great Depression. Stay until the end to discover how this impossible bridge changed America and what it teaches us about building big even when times are tough. Right now, 30,000 people are packed onto both sides of the Hudson River. Warships sit anchored in the water. Airplanes circle overhead. Soldiers, sailors, and Marines parade across a brand new bridge that stretches nearly a mile across the water. New York Governor Franklin D. Roosevelt stands at a white silk ribbon, scissors in hand. This bridge is 4,760 feet long. That's almost a full mile suspended over the Hudson River. At this moment, it's the longest suspension bridge in the world, nearly double the previous record holder. Engineers said it was impossible to build something this long, but a Swiss immigrant named Othmar Ammann didn't listen, and today, he's about to prove them all wrong. For over a century, the only way to cross the Hudson River between New York and New Jersey has been by ferry. Thousands of people cross every day. It's slow, it's expensive, and when the weather's bad, it's dangerous. Engineers have dreamed of building a bridge, but no one has figured out how to span that distance. Enter Othmar Ammann. He arrived at Ellis Island in 1904 from Switzerland, with barely any money and a dream of building bridges. He becomes an apprentice to Gustav Lindenthal, a famous bridge engineer. But when Lindenthal proposes a massive, expensive bridge adorned with decorations, Ammann sees something else, something simpler, something that will actually work. In 1925, Ammann finally gets his chance. New Jersey's governor loves his design because it's in a less populated area, which means fewer people have to leave their homes, and it will create thousands of jobs. Construction began in September 1927. The plan is to finish by 1932, but Ammann has other ideas. He's going to finish early. October 24, 1931. The dedication ceremony is spectacular. Military bands play, planes perform aerial shows. Even during the Great Depression, Americans can still build incredible things. The ribbon is cut, and chaos erupts. A police lieutenant falls with a heart attack. A patrolman faints from the excitement. Then two schoolboys on roller skates take off from the Manhattan side, skating across the brand new bridge. On the New Jersey side, a woman pushes her baby carriage, determined to be the first from her state. She walks all the way to Manhattan, pushing that carriage across nearly a mile of bridge. The George Washington Bridge is officially open. The next day, it opens to cars. In the first 12 hours, over 40,000 automobiles and 30,000 pedestrians cross. The first paying customer is Michael Caton. The toll is 50 cents. By the end of the first year, 5 million cars had used the bridge. Here's what makes this story incredible. Ammann finished this bridge 8 months ahead of schedule during the worst economic crisis in American history. It came in under budget, and it was twice as long as any suspension bridge ever built. Engineers said it couldn't be done. Ammann proved that physics and determination could overcome doubt. Today, the George Washington Bridge is the world's busiest motor vehicle bridge. Over 104 million cars cross it every year. It now has 14 lanes across 2 decks. That lower deck, which everyone jokingly calls the Martha Washington, opened in 1962. The bridge Ammann built has carried billions of people between the two states for nearly a century. But there's something else. Ammann left the steel towers exposed. The architect, Cass Gilbert, wanted to cover them with decorative stone, but there was no money left in the budget. Ammann looked up at the naked steel and realized it was beautiful just as it was. Sometimes, the unfinished version is actually perfect. So here's what I want you to think about. When has something in your life turned out better than expected because you had to adapt or simplify? When have constraints forced you to create something more honest and beautiful? Drop your story in the comments. I really want to hear it. If you love discovering these moments when Americans built the impossible, you're in precisely the right place. History Sparks brings you the stories that remind us that innovation happens when people refuse to accept limitations. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of history lovers. Trust me, the following story we've uncovered will blow your mind.